Welcome to Print Stream GG for some Div 1 coverage of Season 48 or Autumn 2024. We're going to be covering Aware against Kuzkek today, or more affectionately known as Demo Night Tuesday to those coming from the DumTum stream. I'm Bempler, joined by Samus and DumTum himself. So DumTum, please explain to us all, Demo Night Tuesday, I thought it was a Saturday. What's going on here?
Any day is Tuesday if there's a demo night on the stream, as far as I'm concerned. It's, it's a vibe, it's a lifestyle, and today's Tuesday as far as I'm concerned, because we are having Aware, and if you are aware of what happened sort of below Prem the last couple of seasons, you should be well aware of these guys as well. They've been climbing through the divisions, winning Div 4, I think, at the time, and Div 2 in a row. Last season already in Div 1. Went, less than stellar, but at the same time still clutched out a couple of interesting wins here and there throughout the season. Kuzkek as their opponents as well. A team that's sort of been around for a while, with varying degrees of a lineup similar to this one. I guess this is still similar to the one they most recently had a couple of seasons ago. It's a lot less finished than it used to be in a way, but at the same time, I mean, when you have things like Alpha on this team, I mean, do you need any others, I guess?
Yeah, there's some big names on both these teams, and it should be noted these teams have both had pretty strong starts to the division so far. So yeah, it should be really close, and obviously the demo night to spice things up too. Good to see it getting its action, like at a pretty high level of TF2, considering these are like running away at the top of Div 1 at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting game here. They have the demo night. They have half the Bulgarian national team on the way as well. Somehow as well. They also have, severely great Finnish scout as they tend to be. I guess that Omga too already was a big performer for them last season, certainly still looking good now as well here. On the other side, Kuzkek, of course. Several individuals you've seen sort of in Prem to some extent here as well. The likes of Philip, Alf, Hexry, of course, maybe with less history in Prem, but still has been obviously at that level as well. For Highlander purposes, of course, Plaha here too. KO46 has been a staple on this roster on Kuzkek as well, sort of his team in many respects as well, so we'll see if that's going to put it together with Ray rounding out the roster on Medic. I'm interested as well. Like you said, they had good starts. Both teams 2 weeks deep, undefeated so far as well at the top of the table, which has split the Division 1 tables fairly in half right now. It's the teams that have won and the teams that haven't. And somewhere in the middle of that is Duplo the Swedes, who just have not played more than one game so far, who might also play another one tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. For now, though, we'll have to see who joins the only other undefeated team at 18 points coming up now.
Yeah, here we go, and it's Aware in the blue, Kuzkek over there in the red, and of course we've got Odin rocking the demo night with that splendid screen on this this first mid. And I will admit I'm fairly new to this demo night gameplay. I'm interested to see what they're going to cook up on this mid and see how it would differ from sort of standard process mid.
See how it goes for now. Philip on the heavy fire already. They're really aggressive here from into enemy side, but Philip hits the pipes out the corner anyway. Charge onto the combo. Cannot get to the medic. Has to settle with the demo man here. They're trying to just bail. It's the med kill mid-fight. You just gotta play safe from here. Really clutch one by Philip. Insane pipe out of that little corner he was put himself into by the soldiers. Otherwise, I think not a bad mid for Bioware at all. They really tried to deny space early there. And I mean, the threat of the demo certainly means you have to be careful about the distance since you're away from your opponents. Couldn't quite manage to do that.
Yeah, of course, and yeah, losing 3 players to get that med pick, which was essentially just a pipe over the top straight into 6 face. It's pretty damn good. But now the sack attempts coming in over towards Ray's life, Ray's Ubercharge also. A couple of rockets landing, but nothing. Oh, nearly goes down. 11 HP after the fall damage does its work, but Ray lives to fight on another day, and so does Ubercharge after Odin and Lupus both fed in to try and strip the Uber away, but battle succeeded so far for Kuzkek.
Yeah, looking really good here for the team in red. Getting the point pretty much just covered by itself as well. Sake, lucky to get Ubercharge up and running. Sake being here in general is a funny story, I should say as well. In the time that Aware has climbed from Div 4 all the way to Division 1, he played them every season. He has not beaten them a single time in that time frame. And now he's joined them. Yeah, exactly. He switched from Soldier to Medic to make it happen as well, but here we are.
Yeah, well, it's a very aggressive play, and are they aware of this? The R6 going to pop out this Ubercharge, flash around, save a load of players as a KO64 going to try and go behind. He's going to be taken down by Buko and Lupus between them, and one player down. Ubercharge has traded off. I want to see if Aware decide to go off. They see if they're going to try and pressure us all, knowing it's going to be a dry fight. Knowing they aren't going to get locked into it. Odin is definitely keen.
Nice fight for Philip to try to favor both double men, making the primary weapons shine here in a way, but it's just more momentum for Aware of that high bomb by the Devil Knight.
Yeah, like the high bomb from the Devil Knight landing in.
Oh, misses the scout there.
It's It's going to be rough though now, 2 players down. This is going to be denied that forward tour, but still this
And
pressure
this
coming in.
is also where you see the weakness of having your dynamite. The scouts just sat and choke around like the little hill there, where the sticky bomb would have just covered all of that, and they just knew there wasn't any coming. Soldiers have a difficult time spamming, you know, over that little hill there and choke as well. So much easier to take position there for them after the Demo Knight has been disposed of.
Yeah, well, we're back to where we were just mere moments ago, but again, a bit of a deja vu. Uber charges are coming up from either side. As pressure coming in now. Here's Kuzkek who wants to jump in onto Lupus, who's taken very, very weak. Doesn't go down. So 1 soldier down for this side. We go Demo Knight, Demo Man as well. Oh, and actually Netmind coming to get the force, and it's a pretty good salvage. Sake is living for now. I'm not sure about how much longer though. Hiksheri's on the chase. Is Sake gonna get to spawn? No! Sake does not. Hiksheri hits the shots. Down, that's brutal if you're on the aware side. They are in dire, dire trouble now. Second point still a while away from getting capped up, but these spawners are a long way away.
I respect Lupus's attempt to just walk through lobby past everyone to get to the second point and try and block that cap somehow. Did not pan out that well. Spawn not in time to do much. They have to run on point. Very desperate affair at that point. Odin not want to shy away from switching to sticky bombs on last, but at this point, I mean, you gotta get to the point somehow, so I guess charging in is probably a bit faster still. Does not last very long there against 5-6 people shooting them on point. Just like that, Aware in the, sorry, Kuzkek in the lead. Aware fumbled that a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was going so well when I saw Odin get that force out on enemy sewer, but that was it. Everyone was sort of dispersed, and we had Sake running back to spawn alone with no scouts taxi out, and was literally millimeters away from that spawn door to live. But last time we saw Sake getting caught out by some stray pipes. This time I want to see if the rest of the Aware team can have the same impact they had last time. It seems good so far, as Al's gone down already, and the team on the Red Kuzkek, they're caught in what's known as Death Corner, and they are doing a lot of dying in the Death Corner.
Yeah, Odin jumped in first, the soldiers following right up with that, up to the meds, put in an uncomfortable position, and easy cleanup from there. I think this whole thing got kickstarted by Buko just shooting Alf into the floors while cratering them in the process. Really nice stuff there, aggression works out for them. It's been sort of a talking point the last few seasons before this current lineup here, before they added Lupus and Errantry to the lineup, that the soldiers kind of been their weak spot here. They had great scouts at all times, basically. They had the Demo Man, of course, as well, this entire time. But the soldiers were always, just for many people's opinions, a slight weak spot here, especially once they at least got to the 1 beforehand. It was certainly living up to expectations. But they changed the lineup here now. Do we have these 2 Bulgarians here? And clearly, it's going fantastic here. I mean, Errantry on his own part has been tearing it up, made it to Prem recently in 6s, 1 Prem Highlander as well. Lupus, of course, a fossil on his own right, been here for a long time, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, well, this Uber charge coming in to see if they can make it count. Taken down by the rockets of Lupus. It seems like he's supposed to be taken down all the way back to the spawn door. So much space taken across. Now the point might be getting capped out under their nose. Errantry going to try and jump in, try and finish that one off. Lupus is going to come in and do the deed, though, as Aware level it up. First time of asking. Really nice Uber ad push. And I know it's obviously a little bit different with the Demo Knight. Has to take priorities slightly different with like trapping off areas and such, but seem to make good use of it regardless.
Well, you got the round. That is a quick conversion of this one as well. Make that happen just fine, and with that, it's a much closer affair once again. 1-1, quick answer by the side of Aware. Good mid-fight first of all, and that now makes them maybe have to be a little bit more careful about how they try to back off from these bombs coming in. And the blue team's still trying to play aggressive here. They're trying to take the all-in position forward with the soldiers early.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, and again, it's the same sort of rotation. Kuzkek handling able to get out of this corner. The soldier Demo Knight flying in, so many weak players, and again, caught in exactly the same situation as last time. Even more brutal though, as everyone lives on Aware. There's not even any counterfrags coming through. As you say, Demo Knight, 2 soldiers landing in onto the heights surrounding that death corner, and it's brutal for Kuzkek because they're just all destroyed.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? If you don't practice this a lot, you don't have to figure out on the fly how you deal with this to try to overcorrect you maybe, but what the position where they want to stand compared to the last one, and it works out even better for the team in blue onto last. It is its big advantage once again. Heavy and Gunner up that can certainly put in some work here. Obviously, without stickies on the field, you gotta deal with those guns a bit differently. It tends to be double scouting into those as well. It's on the wrong side here, that makes things go a little slower as well. Spam rockets come through, that gets the gun, it takes a while. They get good cap time doing all of this as well. Pla still there to block. Soldier does that as well. Charge across, gets to the Demo Man. Heavy, however, the big problem here right now. They spend so much time getting the Demo, getting the gun, and the Heavy as the third big class on the field. Just too much to overcome at that point.
Yeah, and especially now with just 2 soldiers and medic left alive, they could be in some trouble as well. And Xerius smelling blood and is going to try and walk up forward. Decides to just cap second point, doesn't want to overstay and potentially take a fight against Arentria and that wave of spawners. But second point caps up, Ray. Massive overcharge advantage. Buko is on a sniper in that forward spawn, which is quite a brutal one coming into this midpoint. With when you've got this Uber ad, can be a bit awkward for getting through choke. Odin is going to take it down eventually.
That was nice
that
for
was
the reckon, yeah.
moment, yeah.
Matt really far back still as well. What is worth mentioning here, Buko, of course, with the awkward sniper angle, has been the sniper Arentria won framework. That is not to be underrated, and he did tell me the other day that he would love to just perma-snipe as much as possible. But with a demo man and with a demo knight, that's just kind of very awkward.
I didn't aware used to have someone of the sort in previous iterations.
I mean, they had snipers on Scout basically the entire time, right? At all times in history here as well, be it Buko or anyone else. And Buko, I mean, Buko even in week 1 taught up on sniper quite a bit. Only played 50 minutes of sniper. That's not that bad maybe, but still. There's a bomb. Okay, Omega in the meantime as well. That's huge. No scouts anymore. Where do you go with this? You can't do anything.
They have to leave, and they're losing even more players. Looper's caught as a late death, trying to escape through rollout. And second point's getting capped up, and yes, there's 1 soldier down, but there's still 3 spawners they're waiting for. They're 8 seconds away on this aware defense. They don't even have to wait for the last spawner. They can just walk in and take the space, take the point. As Al finally on Ubered is going to get the cap done, and Kuzkek regain their lead 2-1.
Yeah, that was a desperate attempt to get some stickies on the field as well. I think it was the Scottish Resistance even. You know, got a min-max. If you never on stickies until on last point, maybe you want the most stickies you can, I guess, right? But in the end, it doesn't matter how many there's on point, they get dealt with the same way every time. Just 1 rocket pushes them away. Captain does the rest with 3 people alive, there's not much you can do. Once again, a rough exit on second will cost them.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if Kuzkek do anything different on this mid, because the last 2 times they have been absolutely mulched. And it seems like Philip is going to be going the opposite side and is going to get destroyed by Lucas.
Oh, Lucas probably has done this bomb since like 2005 at this rate, and he's still getting away from them.
Yeah, every soldier knows that exact one, landing straight in onto the health pack, and the headshot rocket as well, doing extra with the fall damage coming in as...
Oh, right on the medic! Odin just right into the combo here. However, they return the favor very quickly. KO46 once again trying to salvage this a little bit. Soldiers get in, get the damage done for the red team, at least to even things out a bit here as well. But they gotta be careful because they're not holding back. There's already a scout on us.
Demo down is actually pretty big. That demo's such a long respawner. Maybe there's... they decide against it, they decide to go back, and it makes sense with scouts coming up, gun coming up also. It's going to make it a bit easy to pressure in, but like we say, both medics going down in the midst of the carnage on that second point. There's sack plays. Yeah, going to be even Ubers. Philip is going to respawn in time as there wasn't too much pressure on that. Odin's still here rocking at the shield. As Buko is going, that's an off-class sniper,
yeah,
isn't it?
I mean, Buko of all people doesn't need an excuse to go sniper. He goes sniper when there's literally negative reasons to do it. It becomes very obvious now, I suppose, as well. And they're peeking, quite frankly, very aggressively as well. Okay, they have advantage, they know that maybe as well, but it's not much coming out of it. They try to get a bomb build. Omega overextends a little bit to Shutter, but they still have decent damage here. Maybe they can still salvage this. No entry gets created by the scout on high ground here already. They play brave, and the rocket still connects through the Shutter door.
Oh, it just didn't quite close in time. That's so unfortunate for Sake. And yeah, what a kill coming in, as now Kuzkek again with big advantage can start walking their way forward. And there's so few spawners here to do anything about this. They can't even send a sack play or anything over towards Ray's life. And yeah, second point's going to get stacked up. Sake not going to be denied the forward spawn, but does it really matter? It's 100% ad. Vuko's going to be on sniper to try and do something about this, but it has to be some heroics, at least a force here in a second, surely.
Yeah, it has to be said as well that, there we go, the sidelines are there when you're sitting back like that. They had to pop early, and the flank soldier just wasn't in on that plan at all. Odin peeking already again here. Are we doing anything? No, we're just leaving melee to sticky on the way out as well, just in case.
Yeah, good attempt there, but there's going to be re-aggression. Yeah, there's re-aggression coming in. Buko going to be peeking it through, but the big bomb comes in from Philip, the demo man no less. And is going to be taking a kill. 46 is going to escape too, but the sniper's still on the field of play. Uber's even for either side, as the ad was used so early. We're interested to see now, no demo. This is a license to push, if you're unaware.
Certainly, demo high, Soda gets a bit blocked up by some rockets still. It's the red team mostly just leaving here. But second gang are really just getting by with having no Uber at all. I don't know if they were building bad. I feel like there should have been more advantage as well. At the moment, they're getting away with just bluffing the fact that maybe there should be Uber here, and it's not there at all. It doesn't matter. Gets the point covered just fine. Kuzkek playing careful. They want to defend this lead as much as they can, but Aware playing aggressive where they are given a chance here too anyway. Right into this corner, they're holding close on red to take the exchange right away here as well. Big damage to Sake, doesn't have a scout there for a second, run back out as well, but Alf over extends into a huge weak rider and choke, and look at that. Odin's not the only one with a melee weapon on the field. Lupus cleans up Hex, and all of a sudden, it looks like Sake sitting there waiting to die was the bait they needed all along.
Yeah, absolutely. The aggression just isn't stopping. This player's getting pressured out of lobby also. Second point getting capped up, and it's going to be even Ubers regardless, though. Ray did get out alive, which is really the only saving grace from that Kuzkek. They lost almost everyone else, but they are going to be able to sit it even. But Buko still up on Sniper. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, there's the first falling player on the red team here. Sake, very awkward position there, all alone in the open door, just gets piped down again. Oh no, this whole thing suddenly is falling apart a little bit. Already lost Aaron for 2. They gotta salvage this somehow, get in for some kills, preferably the medic, getting 2 already. Really good start. The Odin just tanking things on point. Scout tries to walk up against him, but he just tanks the shot anyway. Oh no, I think this was Alf thinking I mean, he was right, I guess he had to go block the point. He can't just let the double one stand there, but that guy still at full health, and 2 times 65 was a bit more damage than the Scout could take there.
Yeah, great chaos play there from Aware, obviously losing their medic in unfortunate circumstances, but they kept battling and they kept fighting and they kept just winning out their fights. Cool aggressive bombs there from S48, trying to get in, trying to catch those players up in rollout, but it just wasn't enough. They just took so much damage, and once you're dropping players like that, even though you've still got the medic, Ray doesn't have an Uber to delay that fight, and it is to be the decider. We have, I guess, our first real attempt at a mid in the past 3 here from both these teams, but I just think Lucas is going to be going down very soon. Odin in behind is going to get a shield bash over onto KO46. Feeling very weak too, as Sake getting caught. That's pretty rough.
Zaha with huge damage, just jumped high, not far at all, was right on top of everyone on the opposing team, rains down the damage. 2 kills from the Russian here, and that will set them up quite nicely once again. Big advantage to last, can't let these go to waste. Maybe they're figuring out the midfights a little bit here. It's getting better again after that awkward early period for them on Kuzkek, on the mid-fights. Just have to get safely through the rest of the map now. Looks like not much resistance second. No surprise, Sniper aggressively. Got to account for that with this lineup, of course. But they're sitting back on last for now, just hoping for the best.
Yeah, as you see Odin back up on that Scottish resistance, as you previously mentioned. Just going to turtle up. There's 50% Uber, so probably not getting it by the end of this fight unless unless things really do grind to a halt. Maybe actually 60% is going to be there's a small potential of that, but what they're going to focus on first is dealing with this Uber charge that's coming in already, taking down the gun. Sticky's getting blasted around on the point. A few of them still living on there. They are deaded away finally, with so much cap time now. As soon as those Stickies get deaded, it opens the door to some cap time coming through, and Sake goes down, but Ray and Hixeri, the last 2, they're going to have to try and run, and they are getting chased very quickly by the Demo Knight, and with Buko and Lupus too, so I guess Ray is going to have a bit of an advantage here. He's going to escape with their life, but at what cost? They're going to have to give up second.
At the very least, they're quick on the chase here as well, so they do definitely get the second cap out of this. I don't think it will save them a lot of effort on last round, but this is still, yeah, Ray doesn't have yet, so they're gonna just get the Uber while they're camping. It should be fine. Second chance, I guess, is something Kuzkek can be very thankful for on that last round as well. That late Sake really saving the day here potentially as well. They're getting another shot at this as well. Really good damage early by all of the way on the flank, especially not letting anyone that wasn't beamed into the last point not take any space at all. Need that sort of thing going in the favor again. Sake close to having this time, however, a lot more so than last time. 80% already. They're taking the time to buff everyone up. Maybe they're missing that time later. They gotta be quick now.
Yeah, jumping Phillips straight up there in the panic room. He's going to find a kill over onto Lupus. One less soldiers got that point later on. As Umga's in, Umga's still kept that sentry gun up, but the sentry gun, like, there's 4 people to shoot on the point. Can't shoot all 4 of them at once. And yeah, really nicely executed Uber charge in there from Kuzkek.
Yeah, really just huge stuff by Philip there as well. I mean, we know the guy is good, obviously, has been staple Premiership Demoman for a while, of course. Just did so much work up top there as well. Got the Demoman right away, I think it was up top, or whoever was with the medic anyway. And then it's just the medic stuck in the corner in the high ground, and no way out again with less than 100. You just can't escape from there as well. It was so close to having you, but it wasn't enough here in the end. Back to mid we go. Small lead for Kuzkek once again, just past halfway through the map.
Yeah, and their last mid was a big step in the right direction for them, but Aaron Tree is going to make it a bit harder this time, bombing in so deep. Good couple of air shot attempts there going over towards Philip. One of them does land from the scatter gun, as Ray is in a bit of a dicey moment here, getting chased around by these scouts and Aaron Tree, but if they can keep Ray alive, this is absolutely massive. There's some low health players over on the Kuzkek side as spawns swap over. And it's a bit of an awkward 3v3. These forwards, these spawners are going to come in from aware in about another 3 more seconds, but it's whether they can live long enough on the point. And I don't think they are, because Philip's back in 2 and they're getting pincered, these 2 remaining scouts here on the point.
Oh, they're getting one of them at least. That's impressive enough already, but I don't think we have anything loaded yet to get the shots on the medic here. That escape from Ray out of mid was already really fortunate as well. The scouts were the most forward players, the med hiding behind them. Gonna be hard to get the damage across there while the med's just leaving. Really good stuff for Kuzkek to keep their med alive just now as well. Sake once again caught in a crossfire. And now, I mean, it wasted some time here on mid all the scenarios. Well, they're already on 60 before they even setting a foot on second, really. Yeah,
of course, and yeah, this, as you say, it's getting down pretty slim now. Buka with an aggressive peak almost goes down. Actually, there was would have been a bad pick to lose, but Sake is going to have in time. As you say, it was just built up quickly enough, and Philip is going to bomb in regardless. Sake is going to be able to block this through the counter. We just need to stay alive over the aware side. They can counter bomb, and they counter in onto Lupus, who is juggling out in towards this spawn. We're actually just living. This Uber charge on the aware side is honestly just delayed. It hasn't really done anything in the way of damage, but what has done in the way of damage is this counter aggression in from Kuzkek. It's nuclear. As soon as that Uber charge fades, there is a nuke landed straight up on the aware combo.
Yeah, they just were not sure where they wanted to go with this. Do we chase the guys in the back behind, or do we just go forward, try to get the combo out of the equation first as well, and then ignore them for a second? They just made this much more complicated than it needed to me, maybe as well. We're kind of just stuck in 2 minds there. In the end, they succeeded neither, and with that, the round is lost 2-4. Kuzkek's bringing it back. It was a close game for the longest time here, but they're 1 away from winning the map.
Yeah, they're threatening to run away with this one, as Philip Moraway this time is going to not decide to go for that aggressive pack with Lupus jumping onto it again. Well, last time it was a real bit of aggression. Both teams were sort of fleeing players at each. The big double bomb in from the Kuzkek side. Just going to run on height, just going to try and deal with the counter aggression. But Omga is the one to get the opening pick. With Aaron Tree in behind 2, he's going to go 1 for 1. So still potential for some instant aggression here, with these spawners still 12 seconds away. And Lupus seizes on the opportunity straight in onto second, but is going to be taken down.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Kuzkek now, sure, if you see a chance to get the final round here somewhere, you're going to take it, of course. That's the best way to reduce risk of a comeback, of course. But at the end of the day, right, you've seen how quick it can go here as well. They're gonna try and be careful. Except for Alpha, I guess. Peeks in alone, that's not the option to go for as well. That's the second scout come in, but it hardly was a 2-man stack. It's just 2 people dying. So much for playing careful here. Maybe they should do exactly that a little bit more now on the last instead. But they're giving them a chance here. They're putting them exactly what they want to be now.
Yeah, Forge just get everyone out there with 2 scouts down. Odin is already in and already in on 2. Philip and Ray, who decide to use out their Uber to save themselves. Sake is going to be forced out as well, and it's 1 for 2 actually, with Omga going down, so maybe not ideal from the aware side. I thought for a moment Odin was going to go absolutely massive in behind from 3, but it wasn't quite the way it works, so everyone's going to have to back out, going to have to get their spawners in, and Omga is just about denied that forward spawn, so that's maybe reason for Kuzkek to start walking in.
Peeking a little bit here already at least, but no big moves just being made yet. Once again, you know, they have the lead here. The risk-taking only gets you so far at this point anymore, if you like. Gotta get maybe the Uber up first before we're really taking drastic measures just now. Good news for Aware as well. They're having the Uber definitely by that point more or less ready as well, even if it's slight ad stray. I have my doubts actually pushing for any of that, so Kuzkek just trying to manage the lead they have right now. It's on Aware now to bring the pace once again.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 8 minutes left, so there is still plenty of time, and there's plenty of time for double stack to come in. Big air shot, I believe, there, led onto Aaron Tree, but he gets the force regardless. Both soldiers going to pay their lives for it. Really nice shot there onto, I believe it was Aaron Tree who was sent skyward, but inadvertently that just made him live longer in the air, as Kuzkek going to cap mid with that force, with no soldiers there to deny the space. And they might be getting denied forward spawns as well, which would be kind of awkward for any recommit. As Ray's building up, but Sake is going to have a big advantage to start walking into mid with.
This is where, once again, the lack of stickies helps a little bit here as well. Sure, you should be able to take mid from this, but you don't have to worry about any traps as you move forward on the red side here after that stack attempt. So Makes life a little bit easier here as well. There's the push coming in. Odin beefs the charge a little bit, hits the wall and the ground as a corpse as well. Gets taken down here early as well. They don't want to use, but they're getting given plenty of reason to maybe use the super dismount health. Starting to become a little low now on the blue side.
Ray's going to have in about another 10 more seconds as well. They have to be so careful on the aware side. They're walking in.
Not again!
No, the pipe again. 3 for 3 from Philip.
Who needs a sword? I hit you from so far away and you're not going to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, the main selling point of Demo Knight is like, it's argued like, oh, it's the best pick class. It's great for getting those crucial picks, but like if you can land pipes like Philip has been doing this game, you don't need the sword. Absolutely, and Ray again awarded with a gigantic Ubercharge advantage. Midpoint getting capped up. There's potential for some funniness on second, but it doesn't seem like Aware are keen on that. They're just going to back up to last and try and turtle up. But for Kuzkek, this is phenomenal. They're 2 rounds up, 7 minutes left to play, and they might just be ending it here and now with this Uber ad.
Very well. This is exactly where you want to be once you have control back in your hands now as well. It's a little bit more to play through. Gun up, sniper up. And a soldier actually, early errantry. And Lucas catches it. The soldier's just doing so much work. Lucas peeks from the other side. Both soldiers playing super aggro there to get this force going right away. A lot of cap time still. Lucas does go down as well. 2 for 2 here in the end after D was all over. But the gun still is a bit of a problem. So KO tries to sneak behind them maybe, but it's not exactly true.
Odin sneaks behind them. And yeah, KO goes down.
Not quite a backstab, but you know, still basically killed him anyway.
Using, okay, I say it's a regular sniper. For a moment, my HUD was messing up, and I was seeing the Huntsman coming out from the Hikshari, but it's the regular sniper, rocking at the AWP. We're just gonna play very, very passive towards Sewer. Just get set up in case there's any counter aggression, and then can maybe use it to peek in. But it seems like Aware just they don't want to wait, they don't want to mess about. They're gonna try and use this tiny bit of advantage to start taking space into the second point. Odin flinging in straight into Hikshari, gets that kill, and Alv taken down in Sewer also. Ray, it does have an Uber to counter-use with it. Might be having to do so because Odin's on Philip.
That's exactly what he needed. And the beautiful part is as well, none of this was a solo play. He had a soldier basically with him the entire time. There's no solo plays right now. Just the soldier right there for the follow-up. The scout before that as well. Huge number swing here. Still down a Demo Man, but they just got the Uber and they're certainly down a number still. So Kuzkek will have to concede a bit more ground as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As spawners are coming in on either side. Yeah, Philip's going to be here trying to deny the second points. They are temporarily up a player whilst Odin rolls out with that a really nice roll out into mid with the ramp slides. Must be a very satisfying thing to pull off, just gliding around the map. But there's 5 minutes left to play, so might have to do a bit more gliding, might have to do some more sacking. Their double sack last time worked pretty decently, but they just gave up so much ground off the back of it that this time they're going to decide to just walk in from the Sewer side and use straight into Muko, take this trade, but the Uber is used so much later from Ray, and Sake might be getting caught on the way out here too.
Oh yeah, the scouts just lost him at some point. Matt when missing there for a second here, it's just a sack wave now, but with Xeno last, they're really good at those. And once again, you're just sitting in front of Choke. Not gonna let you get away with that. Fine hack there at the end as well. Beautiful stuff.
Is it a sack wave if you get 6 kills and 1 death? Does that still count as a sack wave? Or is that just killing everyone?
I think that's just, you know, their game plan, I guess, at this point.
Well, it's worked for them 2 of their 3 rounds. They've won in exactly that fashion, so maybe that's just the way. They're just they're built different in these post-Uber fights where the
if it's good enough for Amps and Condor, it's good enough for Dipon.
Well, there's still 4 minutes left to play, and 4-3 is the score. So Aware still definitely in this, but it's got to start with a good mid-fight. And I've got to say, these last couple from Kuzkek, I think they're figuring it out. I think they're working out how best to counter Odin and these really aggressive plays from Lupus and Arantria. We'll see if it's going to be the same again. Actually, no, Philip caught out.
We haven't figured out anything. Lupus once again, quick, a little different the bomb this time around, but still effective either way. And once again, they're controlling all position here. High bomb by Odin once again. Arantria doing big damage in the back. The Demo Knight unable to get much, but the high ground control is just all for the blue team, and it's been all game like that, I think, at this point.
Yeah, another great one and a really big win, but importantly, the Ubers are going to be roughly even. Odin is going to be a late death as well, so that's going to be a late spawner, as Philip's going to be here getting ready to set up shop in this choke, but there might not be time to Arantria, who's just bombing straight in trying to buy some ground.
Second 85, so it's back on the pack. The pipe this time around not magnetically attached to his forehead. will not connect there. Thieves deep dive onto the medic, but he thieves. And meanwhile, the counter-sack's already there. Just much quicker onto Ray. Philip Force in the meantime here. It's going every which direction. They're melting them alive, but one last hero at least gets the medic. Is that good enough? The spawns are so far away still.
This is utter carnage, utter chaos, and there might be time just to cap out this point. 3 more seconds on these spawners. The world is against Luxa, and the world wins. Aware, cap out the final point. And there's still 2.5 minutes. That round was 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let it be known. There is still potential that this game does not go to golden cap.
It very well might not be at this pace here. If they get another mid-fight like this one, there's been some quick rounds this game. And all they need is a single more to prevent this from going into overtime. There's not much room for error here though.
Oh, absolutely not. As timer ticks down to just 2 final minutes. Now as see what Philip decides to do. Has been caught out a couple of times on these mids. I put the caster's curse in it by saying they'd figured it out, but this time it seems to be a bit of a slower affair as Lupus is going to be based in onto the death corner, taken down. Odin is going to be in with a sword though, in onto Ray, gets 1 sword swing but does not get the all-important second, meaning 2 players fall for Aware, and they just decide, you know what, there's 1 minute 39 on the clock, we're just going to back up, play passive second, and we are just going to try and run this clock down to a golden cap.
Yeah, this is where you have to start using the Dark Arts a little bit. Unfortunately, Errantry is still caught. That's a late death for the last one. Buko in some trouble there as well.
Might still die, does die.
Gets to the beam, the rocket doesn't connect. It was homing in on him.
Dear me. 1 minute 18 seconds left. Even-ish. Kuzkek hasn't been building quite as well. We're not sure they're aware of this. As Lux is going to walk in through 5. Rest of the combo in through 3. Big pressure into Kuzkek, who gets forced out by KO46. The hero once again gets such an important force out of Sake, as now these 2 soldiers down. Maybe there's chance of some counter aggression, but it doesn't seem like they're too keen on that. Umga's still keeping this gun up. They're going to run 1 soldier in, which is Lupus, who is just absolutely eviscerated in choke. And Kuzkek, there's 50 seconds left. I said this might not go to golden cap, and at this point it's their call. If they are to cap this in the next 41 seconds, they get the full 3 points.
This could be a huge swing in their favor here. There's the overcharge coming through already. The gun in a really awkward spot, and I don't think they have noticed it at all yet as well. Very awkward one. It doesn't really cover point. They have to do that with their bodies and some stickies as well.
Oh, the gun! The gun!
The gun catches Philip.
The gun catches Philip and takes down like half of Ray's health and a bit of Alv's as well. The gun is absolutely genius in 5. Just wasn't cleared until in that post-uber. And that's the hero that is going to send them into a golden cap. 10 seconds left, no more time. What a game this has been.
Certainly. I didn't want to, jinx anything, but it feels now worth mentioning after this 2-point comeback late in the game that Aware also won their week 1 Snakewater map from 3-0 down. I don't know how they keep pulling them out of nowhere.
Never count them out, never count them out.
I guess. What a mad match this was as well. Somehow though, and that's surprisingly rare, really, I should say, having experience with this. Man of the match, probably, Philip.
Yeah, Philip genuinely had a fantastic game. And to be fair, in the past few seasons of Prem, we've come to expect some great performances from Philip. Has been doing phenomenal
but
work.
It's very easy for the opponent Demo Knight to just
opponent
Demo to just become a little bit invisible here, because you just if the mat's out of range, you're just the first target for the Demo Knight. You will get charged. You have to suddenly start thinking of putting stickies against the Demo Knight, not anyone else. It becomes a really awkward game very quickly if you focus wrong in that scenario as well. Philip did very well, given the circumstances here, for sure. In the end, at least get the points.
Yeah, and like we say, if anyone was just come in and thought, wow, this has been exciting, there's potentially up to 15 more minutes of gameplay. The way this game has gone, I doubt we'll be seeing the full 15 minutes, but I'm happy to be proven wrong on that one.
I will say, I don't know if Lupus is a madman or just, mad in general, I guess, for pulling out the airstrike on the last mid-fight before the overtime with a minute and a half left. It did not do anything at all. The regular fast bombs were a lot better, but I respect the hustle, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like this season there's been a lot more in the higher divisions of people just pulling out some of these odd off weapons. We've seen obviously with the base jumper getting unbanned, I've seen that a fair bit from various teams.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it a fair bit.
I've seen it week 1, not since actually.
No, I saw it. I saw it in the Mandem Pepper's Pizza Party game on Thursday. They were there was a few people using it there, and a couple of the games too. But to be fair, they were running a heavy to mid every round as well. So with the steak sandwich. So maybe what could be gleaned from that?
I will say I've seen, and in the Demo Knight game that doesn't come too much surprise. I've seen a team run perma heavy. They used the steak sandwich for a second and then swapped off again. So if even the heavy mains don't want to use it, what does that really mean?
Yeah, it's weird, like, because you're obviously, if you put it on and you've already got the gloves, you get to mid at like 30 HP or whatever. So you're a real soft target. But I don't know. It's got like heavy obviously has some value in.
I think the
certain
funniest
sling.
thing with the steak sandwich was I saw someone roll out with it and then still had delay their entrance into mid anyway, just to be better on the timing and positioning of the opponents. It's just, why are we even fast at that point? Just a funny situation.
Yep. Well, getting everyone ready, everyone get their drinks and their snacks, get themselves ready to go on this this golden cap as we say 1.6
On this
load.
beautiful Tuesday night.
Yeah, beautiful Tuesday it is, and Demo Night Tuesday always is a beautiful Tuesday.
And I mean, we didn't have much time to talk about it before the game as well, but this game is like low-key really, really important.
Oh, absolutely.
And because there's 3 undefeated teams, including, I guess, technically still these 2 since no one's lost yet in Fury, with, I think, Luby still standing up top above Eva winner here at this point as well. No one else has any points yet as well, with Duplo it's complicated because they haven't really played that much yet due to scheduling issues. I mean, they're just getting more than 3 points out of this match sets you up so well for playoffs. Mind you, there's only 7 teams in the won this season, 1 team died early. So a big point swing in the teams that are already at the top after 2 weeks is just gonna almost lock you in for playoffs, assuming that no one at the bottom suddenly becomes a lot better out of nowhere.
Yeah, and there's also the thing with if there's like, I don't know, say like 2 or 3 teams that are like close together at the top, like there is a lot of value to coming first or second in these teams rather than coming third or fourth, because you get that extra life from being in the upper bracket. So even if it's like, oh, they're gonna come top 4 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the results between them, if you can get into that second spot, miss out that lower bracket game, you can, I don't know, it's a big lifeline to have.
Conversely, and I think we can maybe talk about that tomorrow in our the Sweden summit a little bit more as well. Beyond the 3 teams, I guess, that are at the top with actual map wins this season so far, the battle for 4th will be dire, I think, the next coming weeks in Division 1. Like I said, there's still 4 teams without points just now. Someone's gonna have to get 4th and win something in the end here.
Yeah, potentially. I guess it's always weird as well when like there's like a team that's dropped out. So it means like, especially these first couple of weeks, there's teams of like, some teams have played 3 games, some have played 2, some have decided to postpone a game or whatever. It's a bit hard to sort of glean too much from the league table, like especially when there's a team that's dropped.
Certainly. What we know for sure is as well, these 2 teams certainly looking good at the top for now, but someone's gonna get a little bit of a better end here still. Overtime it is. 1 more round to play for 1 more bonus point, and we're pulling out the wild cards right now. Buko sniping to mid.
Love to see it. Buko was teasing it in spawn, went back on to scout for a second. Maybe got told off by their main caller, but decides to come and roll out with it regardless. As we're going to see him peeking from the left side of the road, getting a big kill there onto Alvin. That's going to buy so much space. 1 scout down, KO46 not looking in too good of a state there inside blue IT either. 2 picks already going the way of Awares. They can start walking forward. They can start taking space in onto second and getting space for this sniper to go for a big peek.
Yeah, getting rid of the sticky slowly but surely around Choke here, taking a bit of an entry. Awkward from Iron Tree. Big charge in from Odin. Gets tanked as well. The heals are there in time. Stays alive after all is said and done. And this is what I mean. It's so easy for the Demo Knight to just maybe charge onto the Demo Man, not the medic. You just need the good kills, and not the best one maybe. And Demo Man down is opening up so much already. Yeah,
absolutely. And they're not letting up at all with they're taking space in lobby already. Trying to just, I guess, play for this, the combo of the Buko sniper and the Iron Tree, the Odin Demo Knight, because the sniper forces you know where the enemy team have to be when you're a sniper. There's all these like bits of cover they can be behind, so it makes Odin's job all the more easy. As it's just going to be a straight trade play into 4, but can they even get the? They do get onto Ray.
They have to. There's no way around it. You need that damage here to matter long-term. Charge comes through, gets to Alf, another one down, 3-2 in numbers here. The gun tries to do all it can, but Hexley can't sit on that thing entirely and just tank it. Forever eats the same damage here. Soldier forward, taking down early. Crits for the engineer, not coming out. Buko with 2 headshots in a row. That's just a bad map starting, and that's just no universe where you win that sake. Doesn't even dare look at Ray at the end there, just back to the medic, wins it anyway. Clutching it out, I mean, hey. Buko wanted to snipe yesterday, and oh boy are we.
Yeah, this is where like we potentially have a very, very cursed future with map 2. Because you have a confidence builder like that, and like yeah, there's potential for all hell to break loose in terms of sniping. But I know I said there was, I maybe oversold it when I said there was a potential of 15 more minutes. We had about 2 there in Golden Cap, and one or 2 minutes it was from Aware with Bugo hitting some great shots, Odin catching that kill into Philip, and the Uber straight in and catching Ray unawares. So yeah, great combination players there over from the Aware side, and from 4-2 down with what, 5 minutes left to play,
And
they
that's
fight back.
really beyond individual performances. That's really the big difference between the roster this season to last season. Last season they were, to put it in words no one understands, they were a very Clander core team. They kept choking on the line. They won 2 maps and choked out getting into golden caps like 3 more times on top of that. This season, it's a whole different story.
They've been saving up all of their clutch players.
Maybe so. That Bulgarian national team connection is too powerful. It looks like they unlocked something during the Nations Cup, and oh boy.
Yeah, well, that was process, and let's hope that Snakewater brings us the same sort of treats, because that was a real crazy game. I don't know. There's something about process. I don't. It just like it produces such fast rounds sometimes, and you get these like crazy high scoring games. But I don't know. I think that was still something as we know with the late round comeback, way back from Aware with yeah.
Well, it's no Gullywater in that regard, but it certainly also not Snakewater in that.
That's true. But I don't know,
who knows?
Snakewater with like Demo Night. I don't know. Does that change too much? Like in terms
I mean,
of
on the mid
match
fight,
speed?
maybe the mid fight's not that bad in some ways because they can't rotate around anywhere. It's the straight line mid fight, I guess. Maybe that helps. Who knows? For what it's worth, of the map pick scenario, Aware wanted Process and Kuzkek wanted Snake, which is not to say that Aware is necessarily bad at the map as well. Like I said, they won it already once a season. Who's to say they can't do it again? The position obviously very strong today, and Kuzkek probably more than happy to try and yoink more than 1 point out of this matchup.
Yeah, of course. And like we said before, though, like we'll highlight the fact that this is what they'd call in football like a 6-point game. So here in TF2, it's more like a 12-point game. So any points they can take, even at 1 point, you're essentially getting the point for yourself, but you're also taking it from your opponents if you're Aware. So like all these points do matter. So Aware, excuse me, got to keep their heads in the game. Got to fight back on their own map pick. They could still come out better in this week with a clean golden cap free win. They'd take it 4-2. So the ball is still in their court, so to speak. And on their map pick, why not?
Yeah, when you're expecting to finish next in the tables to these guys, getting the head-to-head win is giving you such a gap to work around by the end of it all. Will certainly come to matter here as well. Team slowly getting ready, and Division 1 is starting to spice up a little bit here. I'm very, very happy to see it. Full transparency here as well. I did get this the game scheduled on the stream with the pretense to production that, trust me, there will be content.
I think we promised that. I think we've been good on that promise.
Very much, certainly. All coming to fruition here as planned. It looks like right now the script writers working overtime this season. I guess for the unaware people in the chat as well. If you're wondering, oh boy, 1 demo night, cool, 1 guy's good at this. There's 3 this season. Somehow. They're out in full force now. It took 1 guy, what's the saying, to break the glass ceiling, and suddenly they're everywhere. They probably helped very much by the continued propaganda train that's being ran, also by me among other people, for pastime, which obviously incentivizes you to play Demo Night even.
Oh, that is true, actually. Yeah, some of them will have come from the Pastime Cup, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Shima and Soda. I mean, Soda was around.
Well, yeah, Soda was around, since
longer than most people have been born in Open, I guess. He's already played Demo Night. But yeah, they're out there. They're doing their thing here as well, and I mean, for what it's worth, they're doing pretty well for their own part as well.
I think they're like tied top on the table in Div 1. That's doing pretty well.
Yeah, the 4 team has, due to bye week, not played this week, but they have won 1 tied 1 so far. And I think the low team has 1, 2 tied 1. Also at the top of the table in their division as well. It's a scary time out here for people that insist to never want to scrim against Demo Night again.
Yeah, do you remember you can be part of that list if you're a demo player?
You can be the problem, Chad.
Yeah, literally, yeah, just you decide, you know what, I'm not going to run the stickies, I'm not going to run my pipes, I'm going to run my shield of choice and my boots of choice and fly
Why
around the
find
map.
an answer? Be the problem.
Absolutely.
It's time we stop getting better as people. It's time we be worse. Plus, also the idea that the Demo Knights have to switch off their melee weapon because the other guy can insta-kill them with the katana is very funny.
True, I know, like, obviously you're sort of the Demo Knight connoisseur of like casting games. Like, have you ever seen Demo Knight v Demo Knight like in a in like comp?
Not for more than any that time period, I think. No.
Okay.
I had the closest I've seen is Soldier switch the katana to like switch weapon in front of a charging Demo Knight. Turns out the Demo swords, including katana, which Soldier can also use, weapon switch speed very slow, very bad. Not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to react to that in time. I think even if the swap speed wasn't that bad, I'd almost feel like the Demo Knight would have the advantage in a lot of those situations anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people try all sorts of tricks to try and beat this team. It turns out it took until Div 1 for people to just realize, what if we just play better? And then the Div 1 players managed pretty alright until the season, I guess, at which point they upgraded the roster anyway. Yeah, again, it's not proving quite as easy anymore, although Kuzkek's not far off, so that's not go too far ahead here just maybe. But still, I mean, in the end, it took really good players to just play really well to stop them finally. Turns out no pyro, heavy, or sniper switches haven't really done all that much in the end.
Yeah, you've seen obviously people run all sorts of nonsense to like theoretically counter it. But yeah, like we've seen from Kuzkek, like sometimes it's just sort of stock standard TF2 where you just play around the fact that there's no traps.
Yeah, and to have better mid-fights. Took them some time to get there, but they, well, for at least some period in the middle there, have managed to do just that. Turns out they can also adapt maybe along the way here, but still, I mean, the answer is just to still try to outbrain them here. They got some of that going. They got to have a little bit more of it. The lineup on Kuzkek, of course, very talented, of course. Like I mentioned, like half of these guys have played Prem before in some condition, and even more than half, I guess, if you count Highland for Plaha as well. So it's just sort of standard, like the one lineup where it's like half Prem, half like quote unquote upcoming players in some capacity, of course. They know what they're doing, but against Demo Knight, there's still some learning to do, I guess.
Yeah, it's a weird thing as well. Like the more seasons that like Aware have come like up to the top, it's going to sort of get harder for them because at the start, like it's more of a shock, right? And there's teams obviously they don't want to from Demo Knight teams and that kind of thing. But teams eventually they will get practice against it if you're playing teams like this.
If you like it or not.
You are forced to get experience playing against Demo Knight, and you will learn how to play against it.
Maybe that's like Otto's ace card this season. He already played against him last season. He didn't come against him once, mind you, but he did figure it out at some point during the first map of the matchup, how to not get destroyed on the mid-fights, and at that point they just kind of won the match pretty easily. So maybe his team up top, Div 1 right now, has a little bit of an advantage over everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're getting just the last couple of players into this server, and of course I'm like, I don't know. I've been trying to spectate Odin a bit in the pre-game. It doesn't seem like mids are like as easy to glide around on. So have you got a quick one? Do you think like Kuzkek maybe more suited for this map?
I mean, my eyes were still Philip. The guy did tremendous work last map. It still wasn't quite enough, but I mean, if they're not giving up because of one map loss, which I don't think they will, then I think the Fire's there to just try to do even better now and have the competitive spirit carry them here a little bit here.
Well, we'll have to see as map number 2 is a go. Kuzkek's map pick, having got 1 point from their previous one, are going to look to reverse the script as it's a big aggressive mid from both these sides. Ray somehow hasn't taken a great deal of damage, just bait players around all over the places. Odin is finally there to finish that one off. Buko getting 2 kills in the meantime, and Usheri is last man standing for the Kuzkek side, and has actually got the kill into Buko, and Scout versus Demo Knight, that's only really going to go one way, so Usheri clutching out the 1v2 and winning out the mid.
That was literally 1 point of damage away from being just Aware winning that one. At the very beginning, Odin just walked down the left half of the map, charged onto Philip, and that guy surfed and tanked with 1 health remaining onto their half of the map. And with 1 HP, it was no one's responsibility apparently to get the kill on that guy. Still got 2 more kills, and then a 2v1 at the end, they focused him instead of the Scout. Sure, you got the kill on that guy, but it's just still a Scout lab. Honestly, Philip just might have been gotten a little bit lucky there, but once you're getting lucky, you gotta max it out as much as it's worth, and you sure did that.
Yeah, well, we are straight into a pause. so I'm not sure how much could be gleaned into that. But we are also straight onto Buko Sniper in the first minute of this game.
Okay, well, so I can tell you, it is several individuals. With several, I mean a single one, saying mean words if you're a 5-year-old to Lupus, and then Lupus timed out.
Ah, okay.
So no one will get a harassment ban on the TF2L tonight, but the timing of that is just very funny.
Ah, that's always unfortunate. It's a timeout. Hopefully we can get Lupus back in, and hopefully it hasn't been too impactful of a moment, like in the middle of a fight or anything. As we're having a bit of a jolt, so it seems like Lupus maybe on their way back in.
Nah, yeah, it looks like Lupus should be able to reconnect in, not anything severe. And it's getting underway here as well. So for the person who asked since when's Demonite been back in business, when was it in the business in the first place? Not counting, I guess, this team, because, I mean, it's just them moving up, I guess. Like, when was the first time this happened? I need, like, sources on
I
that.
don't remember. Yeah, I have absolutely no clue. I am way too much of a TF2 zoomer to know the deep lore of Demonite from years gone by.
I mentioned this as well when talking to Buko the other day, who's sniping right now, as I mentioned in this as well. I'm surprised how we have 3 teams of Demonite across all divisions. There's not one single team who just perma-snipes all game, every game. What a weird reality.
Yeah, there's some people who like half perma snipe, who I've seen in like casting like lower division games, but I've never seen anyone go like all in, like 100% of the time snipe.
Buko's trying to bring it back into fashion, but for as long as Odin doesn't have stickies, that's gonna be a whole lot harder to get space with.
Well,
oh, that was a really bad jump by Odin. He forgot that there's a door frame.
On Buko caught as well, it's falling apart at the seams now for Aware. It's going to be a 6v4, but he's able to take so much space in from Cheese. Going to have to run up the top lobby, and maybe they're going to get caught off here. Philip going so aggressive. Maybe Philip's the one to get caught by Lupus.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why they cursed out Lupus before DC, but... Oh no, he got one more, and then before that happened... I mean, the only way that could be better if we DC'd right after, but... I guess a bit more damage is to be done here first to keep the last hold intact, and maybe get lobby control back a little bit as well.
Yeah, they're going to try and push forward with this, as it's going to be Odin flying in onto the medic, gets one shot with that katana, but does not win the second one. KO46 going to be traded out for that, but Omga, Lupus both falling in the backline as this is a 5v3. This is dangerous scenarios for the Aware side, as Kuzkek already started walking, already trying to play on the point. A bit of a jolt there where the pause happened as Bomb comes in onto Sake. He's going to use the Uber charge, but Ray is all the way back out with the Uber safe in hand. So Kuzkek, they're going to rotate round, they're going to get their spawners back in, and they are going to have a big advantage to push into last with.
Yeah, you're never going to win the round there like that. They can't just pop on point, but they very much need to be made to use on point. Oh, can't make Ray use, however. Close one maybe, but Uber's back on the server. Can't quite manage right away here. Uber's still in hand. Sake far away from having a charge of their own just yet as well. Sniper's up, Heavy is up. That's all they're going to be able to muster for last defense, but it's got to be good enough here. The push is slowly coming in here with the blast buffs getting ready, taking their time. They know how much ad they have. Pop around the corner. Don't want to get sniped on entry here. 50 million stickies on point as they're bombing forward.
Yeah, 50 million sticks are going to get deaded, and that means that there's no sticks on the point as the pressure comes in from these two soldiers. Odin doing whatever he can on the point to try and fight forward, and he's actually fighting pretty darn well. KO46, last one alive, and the pressure on the point we were just blocked for so long. They did a death trap, the Kuzkek players at that point.
Well, it kind of worked out for everyone involved in some extent. Everyone got the medic killed at the very least. I'm sure Wes a little bit happy about the end result here, having also just capped up the second point already. Heal's going to be a little late to the second point, but it should be fine. So they're going to come out the winners of this engagement for now anyway, unless Kuzkek maybe has some funny ideas. And with Buko overextending, the human rights itself, really.
Yeah, and Philip is going to survive that bomb in from Lupus, but in the meantime, Odin's got a 2k, and a 3k! Is it going to be a 4k? Ray wins that out on 20 points of health. That's so fortunate.
But the health is still low, and there it
Aaron
is.
Trier secures it. I thought that was the Demonite 4k there from Odin.
I might as well be. Really just left the medic able to be cleaned up so easily there. I'm too quick on that one. Not going to let someone escape just like that. huge swing in their favor. Why? I kind of hate how good they are. What, they're losing a guy? No, there's the sniper out of nowhere. No one looks there at all. Why would they? Alpha's just out of spawn. No one ever leaves forward spawn in this situation, but this one time, it is just genius, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's
And Philip hit everything. What? I guess it's every double man's 3k time now.
Odin's in as well.
No chance. Not like that. Ray gets away from it just fine.
Oh my dear.
They're just outstyling each other.
Yeah, the one-up was between Philip and Odin. Whatever you can do, I can do better. And yeah, Philip, an absolute the pipe across there, getting all those kills, absolutely gorgeous from Philip. And he's going to earn themselves a big advantage. Buko on sniper on the other side did not get the forward spawns. He's going to have to play a bit further back up here on the battlements as Ray just builds up these last few percent of overcharge. Seems that the sniper has been spotted out by Sherry there on the low ground, so they're going to have to be careful coming in with this over on the Kuzkek side. Looks like in through Saw is the port of call, but there's going to be two soldiers here to play through, so the overcharge is forced out very, very early, and maybe the aware side are going to be all able to just get out for free.
Yeah, that works just fine. I mean, you're just going to try and get force in here somewhere, right? On the right side, you kind of have no better chance than just now as well. But they're beating them halfway, actually. They're not trying to let them peek at all, get Omega at least. Not be numerically just 2 down. It's 2 for 1 in the end here as well. Big damage right away here. Buko with the snipe. Philip, easy cleanup of Andrea's damage as well. Their pick class is working perfectly in the situation. I was going to mention just now, actually, earlier. You know, the funniest thing Aware could do is just randomly have Odin actually goes the piece out of like a forward spawn scenario and put up a trap, expecting no one to check for traps anymore. That's like a grand final thing.
That's 5D chess.
That's what they bring out if they make grands, I think. It's been like, it actually has been since TF2 grand finals, I think, since Odin has touched the sticky bomb launcher outside last again. It's been a while.
Well, we'll have to see as Ray did get out, fortunately, in that last engagement and was able to preserve the Uber charge. There's going to be even Ubers. The sniper, of course, up on Buko is going to be the main threat, or one of the main threats, along with the Demonite and the soldiers in terms of bombing in. But Buko, for the moment, is going to peek in through Saw and just try and catch somebody out of position. But it's Arentry, the one who's caught.
That's one kill in the favor here. How much they're willing to do with that is a different question as well. Still, the sniper lurking on the other side, so even without sticky traps, it's not exactly easy time just peeking forward just now. Not on the corner, no. Okay, that's a very safe charge from his perspective as well. He doesn't really go very far into Solar at all, just hopes. If the demo mat is still close to the entrance as well, you're just dead. If you're in safe distance, it's fine, but Odin will also just get out easily there. So the risk reward is so on his favor there, actually.
Yeah, just a bit of a Demo Knight jump scare.
Very much.
It would be terrifying if you're on the receiving
The true horrors of October, I guess, are coming out.
Absolutely. Well, it's round number 2 in terms of the sack attempts, in terms of the pressure players, as Buko now going to opt to peek in from the lower side, see if they can perhaps catch any of these players up towards the point, but there's counter-aggression coming in from Saw. KO46, who's they're both very, very far through and getting counterable.
There it is. Yeah, just catches them on the wrong foot a little bit. Works out just fine. And on we can go. KO still tries a little bit here. Lands up top, not much to be found there. Second soldier doesn't even really dare. Sticky drops in the corner.
Oh, sticky drops!
No one looks at them at all.
That was terrifying to watch. Sig does live. They're not being watched enough by Philip, but oh, that was such
that would have been a blind dead of a lifetime.
They could have got 3 kills. A blind dead at the right moment, they get 3 kills. There's 5 stickies in that door. That's an absolute nuke waiting to happen. But what is waiting to happen is an Uber ad push into last. Omga going to be taking this Uber from his left side over towards the truck. There's still a gun to be dealt with. There's still stickies all over the point to be dealt with too. Odin going to try and kill the sentry gun with the sword. Medieval technology meets the technology of the future, and I think the engineer's technology from his degree in engineering is going to be to win out that battle.
Okay, that's not the first time I've seen something like this. Odin, oh sorry, Buko snipe obviously of course a lot in other maps as well. They really do need him on scout on the last points, I think. Sure, it worked out the clutch at the last time on process maybe, but to actually get in, having the scout is so much better for them. Just have the double scout combo and rail down anything that's close to them, especially the gun as well. So much harder for them to get spacey with only the one scout, and it will cost them dearly now.
Yeah, absolutely is a big advantage up for Aware, and it's an even bigger one now that Blue's going straight in, killed onto Sake, and they might be losing more players too. Omga getting caught out in the Saw, so only 4 players left alive, but they're all just trying to get their way back out. Aaron Trier is going to jump onto the sniper in forwards, but a Lupus on the heavy as well. Alright, okay. We've got some shenanigans afoot.
This is a normal second hold in Bulgaria, I guess.
We'll see how this one goes. Oh, yeah, they both back spawn.
I mean, the heavy there is really just either preying on people walking grass or catching one guy AFK on point, more than anything. With the sniper, I guess you have more immediate damage there, but actually, as it is, they have the gun here at the very least, even if just level 1, and the sniper works out right away.
Oh, Buko showing their worth completely there, getting a really important kill onto the demo just before that flash comes in, and this Uber it's not far off Toothless. They're going to have to run all the way back out. The demos are so central to these plays into the point. Xeri is going to be a bit of a nuisance though. Gets onto Sake, but Lupus is aware enough and is turning around, saving Medic's life. As now Aware can recap the second point and perhaps get themselves a foot into this round with 3 players down for a moment.
Yeah, bad time for Blaha to try to get the pack. Should have just kept running, but the corner it is, and there's no escape from the sword at that point. At least Lupus dies very quickly. That helps quite a bit. He's still taking the entrance here. Sticky's not close to Sake there on entry. Starting in, gets the Double Man right away here. KO caught in the crossfire. Can't even get the clean up on the Double Knight. Numbers in their favor. This will go exactly as they wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, kill or not onto Philip, of course that helps as well, but as long as you get any damage and get eyes on Odin there, everyone else just has the free entry at that point.
Yeah, absolutely, and 2 players deny these forward spawns. There's so much space in Saw to walk forward with Uberchargers traded out from both of these teams, but it's all about this post-fight. This one scout and medic trying to retreat from Saw. They're going to have to give this up. They're surrounded completely, and Odin is going to charge in and try and catch the retreating players, but is not going to really find too much.
Oh, Sake gets walked down on Cheese! Huge damage from the flanking soldier and Double Man here, but that's really all they had in stores. Well, the scouts try to push up with that, immediately just get melted. And in a fashion that not even Fader Esport could do better. The Met dies, and suddenly they become the best players on the planet.
Well, this happened twice in the first map, but in these situations where they lose Sake and they win the round off that completely. This is the 3rd time it's happened. They lose the medic in what is a dire scenario, and then everyone just turns to the god mode.
I like to call it the Condor. I'm sure everyone knows a different medic or friends in their team or whatever that this applies to. You kill the medic and suddenly it's just over, but the opposite way around. It's just you give them a reason to actually start killing people. And they will take it. They don't need much more excuse than that. Time to stop babysitting the medic, time to actually play the game.
And again, it's completely clean. They don't even drop any players despite having no heals.
Yeah, that's that quick. Just like that. Those scouts stood no chance on second as well. That was a slaughter.
Well, Kuzkek having to fight back from behind in this map is going to be aggressed on very big by these 2 soldiers. Fading out on the other side as Philip is going to walk very far. His sake, and he tossed around like a fried liver, going to be launched down into lower and is going to be taken out, but at the cost of 3 players over on the Kuzkek side. They do have medic with 2 scout chariot there ready to taxi around, but they're thinking of staying. Odin was weak, waiting for a pack. They're going to wait around for a bit, and this ad is maybe going to be critical.
Very much could still long-term work out for them here as well. Might not even really be a mid-cap right now. They're already peeking quite a bit. You just scare them away, and with a lack of heals, it's a lot harder to just stand on point and cap that thing. So you gotta weigh out the options right now. They're still walking the beam forward. They're still trying to push up threat towards the medic here. And any bomb towards Ray is immediately threatening as well. Charge goes through. Scout disappears. The Devil Man not so lucky. Philip caught right away. How long are we willing to hold this Uber for? Sake is still in range here if they pop quick. Try not to use here early. They try to just do this without the Uber. They might be getting away with this. Aaron Tree did sneak behind, very much a known quantity in the back lines, but 2 down. That's still a little bit concerning to have to deal with.
Yeah, Aaron Tree going to bomb in, try and get this.
Oh no, it's a trap as well. They have no idea.
Oh, Aaron Tree, perfect rockets in behind onto Ray. I came in expecting it to be a force, but Aaron Tree goes one better, gets the full-on drop. The Blaha's going to be back in, going to try and do the same. But to Sake, who is taken down to 10 HP. Alf there, trying to get this last lick of damage. Philip bombing in 2. Everyone throwing themselves in to try and get onto this aware medic, but Sake is able to run out and just use the regen to stay alive, to fight another day, and very lucky to be alive after all of that onslaught, but really well played there from the aware side, and particularly getting that drop off onto Ray.
Yeah, Onga with a 5k on the rerun of the mid fight basically kills everything inside. No mercy outside of what, the Devil Man, I guess that was the Demon Knight that killed that. Everything else falls to the Finnish scout on the blue. See what the red team can do to still hold on to the last point. Uber's not there yet, and even then, it's Kuzkek that they switch to at this point here. Charge comes through, gets onto the sniper. Luke is caught as well. Heavy in the corner, needs to go down here. A lot of flashing going on in the blue team here to try to deal with that Heavy. Will go down here, kill to Odin, health restored as well, and charge right back into the spawn door. Tries to scare them away. One last effort here by Philip on the crits.
Oh, the crits! Oh, it's massive! They're hanging on! Oh, the Demo Knight just get it! There's a 5k from Philip on the hold. The crits comes out clutch, and it's something you see slandered from time to time. The crits on last isn't going to get used, but Philip hits the monster couple of pipes that keeps them in the round.
All they had to do was watch the door, but turns out Demo Knight a lot worse than that than maybe a sticky launcher would have been, maybe.
I'm going to try and wrap behind there.
Oh no, they're going high.
Oh.
So much damage onto the medic. They're losing 3 people though. At least you need to get Ray.
Ray
Getting everything else actually.
No way Ray lives. No way Ray lives here. Odin is going to be behind to seal that one. Buko going to be
No,
maybe
they
finishing
back off into the Demo Knight as well. They can't even get back out.
There's only 2 players alive. And look at the cap time.
And yeah, they're already peeking one side. Demo Knight's other side is Buko on the beam. Getting in here, charge on point. Scout dies early. It's just the Demo Man gets 1 health back. Saws come out with 40 extra damage, and that will do. Snake gets the kill credit at the end after that Saw, and that's gonna be enough.
Oh, it must be so rough if you're Philip. You get that clutch play with the crits back onto the point, but lose the round just minutes later after that failed push out onto second. But yeah, really, these chaos moments away are just so damn good. When the fight just gets chaotic, they just seem to win all of their fights. Like no matter what's happening, whether they've lost players, whether they've lost ground, they somehow just clutch up and fight on, and you gotta respect that mentality.
These mid-fights need a big wraparound from Kuzkek here. It's not even that far off as well. They had such a good start last time with Metko and getting back out again. It's a refight that fumbled the back here this time around. Needs to go better. Player dying early is a bit of a problem here, but the catch Sake very early. Awkward position of everyone left here. No one has good health at all, bunched up behind the shack, and this time around, blue team's aggression will not get rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely, and you said they needed to change something up, and it worked absolutely perfectly. A bit of a slower bomb in there from Plaha and KO46 as they managed to do the damage, got key kills over towards the blue combo, and yeah, Aware have to run all the way back out to their own last. But we've been here before. Kuzkek have had Uber ad attempts into last, I believe 2 so far, just in this map, and haven't managed to convert it into a round yet, so the round is not over. Because it's Snake, it's one of the harder lasts to get into. Last time they were caught off by Philip getting sniped on the way in, so maybe they're going to be a bit more careful about that, but they've got so much time to work with. They can really take their time if they want.
Oh, we are skip jumping right in there. No time for Buko to react and get back. Just one beautiful stuff by Philip. Gets that first kill right away. He Uber charge will end as they get the point here. Another pipe on the medic as well, trying to force out some cap time now finally. The gun doesn't cover a whole lot back there as well. They're just trying to now play the advantage they have, and the heals are in their favor. Can sit back, heal up a little bit. As long as you beat out the spawns, it'll be fine. Odin still has something to say about that, but they're getting to the point despite the Demo Man's best effort on the other side, and that will do just fine. Just huge by Philip.
Yeah, Philip there with that skip jump through gets onto the sniper, and then just comes around and just pipes the medic anyway. Just because
this is just a tale of 2 Demo Men tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, Kuzkek, it's a much needed round for them. 2 rounds down was maybe the game was getting away for them slightly, but they sorted out their mids. Last mid looked very, very good. So hopefully from their side we can get something more where that came from, because yeah, their first couple weren't looking too great, so maybe there's a switch up here from Aware, see if they can get any counterplay coming through.
Alright, back to mid it is. What's the plan this time? Aware last time outdone quite a bit. Charge right away, Demo Man down in one swing. Bombs with that as well, not giving anyone time to think about what they're gonna do next. There is no next time, you're dead. Lupus and Andrea with huge damage there. All the scouts have to do is just put them in a quick grave there at the end. Last charge comes through, barely misses. Actually outmaneuvers them a little bit there.
That was so funny because they were fighting his Sora, like he jumps out the window and thinks, oh, I'm safe now. And then Odin jumps out the window and just flies across bridge straight into the Vasimix area. And yeah, they're gonna catch Alf as well, the sniper.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, where a Demo Knight charge sound starts and or when it becomes a 5 Nights at Freddy's jump scare noise, that's a very thin line. And oh boy, are they getting scared right now. Buko down early, that's a great start for the defense here as well, but Sake still has, as long as they make good value of that, there we go, late Uber by the blue team.
Yeah, they did drop 1 scout in this wave, but like when you're waiting so slowly, they're dropping 1 scout. getting, I think, 3 kills in the process and all the spacing lower. Like, you may as well just hold. I completely respect that decision, and what a quick round that was from Aware. We said they need to change things up in these mid-fights, perhaps after the Kuzkek and Kuzkek, but yeah, it was straight up aggression. Odin flying across the point onto Philip. And you say it's been a tale of 2 demo men. When one demo takes out the other in the first 3 seconds of a mid-fight, it's probably going to go one way.
Certainly back to a 2-point lead here as well, looking pretty good right now. Once again for where Kuzkek has to be a little more careful here. What's the plan back on the midpoint? What can they change up even at this point so late into the game to mix things up again? Bombs coming through, at least they're getting some good damage here. There's the vet going down with that as well. Some mass from here on out, 3 down each. There's the charge coming up for the Devil Knight. Medic just helplessly stands in front of him. Timing not working out for the Medic. No rest of the team to be found anywhere. All comes down to this last shot on back. He jumps over him. Hex reach outmaneuvers Odin time and time again right now, but he let him get close. Why are we not holding S anymore?
Oh, I was about to say, like, Hexerius had some great clutches the other one with the 1v2 on mid in a very, very similar scenario. All the team had fallen around, but this time it just does not quite land it. Claustrophobic spaces against the Demo Knight, and yeah, could maybe have escaped that one, but didn't manage it as Odin wins out the mid for their team and is now going to be looking at pressure in towards this second point. And if you're on Kuzkek, this is not where they want to be. 8 minutes left, 2 rounds down. Oh, a 6 maybe caught.
I mean, not quite yet. Our charge comes through into the combo here, all piled up in the lower area after the first bit of damage onto Philip. No one really is able to take good position of that pressure early. Just kept on locked and low gun. Really easy entry back into the point for Aware. That first charge didn't kill anyone. It still did so much work in the end, and they're not done yet.
Odin's at a 6k. And yeah, Ray has Uber, but doesn't have too many friends here on this last point.
I haven't stopped him before, and not stopping them this time around. 2 swings on the Soldier in the sky. That's 120 already here. Charge on the Medic will have to force there as well, and saying 80-90 HP is so far out already.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, look, everyone's so far back now on the Aware side. KO46 going to try and fake a bomb out through Chi, but it's going to be caught on the way back by Aaron Trier, so there is potential to just go in without the demo and just go in instantly. Ray going to go for the crits to try and go for some repeat heroics, but this crit is going to come so late. I'm not sure it's going to play too much of a role in this fight, and they've got so deep without having to use again with Sig.
Alright, point play is getting stopped by the Stickies a little bit here at the very least, but Diva only out now as well, using once again so late. Get the gun, get Flaha off the field here as well, charge back towards the point. They have to somehow block this from getting to die on the captain as well. There's the point finally being played. Double Knight down already, but 3 on points, gonna make this a little bit more awkward. The Sword is raining down rockets. Double Man on the other side, Philip busting out the sword though as well, but Sake once again with the last melee swing. Surprised by how much the Soldier's playing point on blue. Maybe should have just sit back a little bit, shoot rockets from safe distance, but hey, they got the damage done in the end, 4-1 lead. Now, being at 4 first wasn't a safety net at all last map either, but it's certainly making it a whole lot more difficult with only 7 minutes left for Kuzkek.
Yeah, it's technically possible, but yeah, it's going to have to be a big turnaround in Kuzkek. They've improved a bit on their mids, and again, last time it was going all great, but then their combo just dropped at the same time, and the remaining players rose in the flank, leaving Ray to die alone on the point, and we'll see if they go for something similar, because last time it was just straight up double bomb landing straight away onto that right-hand side up by the battlements, but this time it seems like Aaron Trees was the first one to launch in, gets one nice rocket over onto Ray, who's onto 3 HP, is taken down at the end of things. Sake and Aaron Tree are both going down on the mid, but only Plaha left alive, and not for too much longer, because Aware get the dream start to this 4-1 up, and they've just had a big mid win.
Yeah, I mean, at the worst of times now, you just sit on us for a while, slowly figure it out, which in their case would probably involve Buko sniping. Let's be real here. Already have someone perked up on last, just waiting. Odin thinks he's playing Spy right now, and you know what? I don't need to be behind him to get the crit kill.
Oh, please tell me Odin just
no
get
way.
one more. Okay.
Surely not.
For a moment, I know
Oh,
might be going down.
Buko Numas want to clean up as well. They could put him anyway. Okay, this is just Buko going Snapper, 100%.
I don't know.
There's no way.
They do have a bit of ad, and I'm not too sure they're aware of it. As Lupus just
they don't care, I don't see it.
Blink at that cap time. Oh, that's Gunboat's plugging for you. That's a Gunboat's plugging kill. I think Lupus might have been sneaking through there if it wasn't for the pesky admins.
Well, the Kuzkek side certainly gladly takes the chance here that they're given right now. Hang on for dear life a little bit. Like you said, it is a small advantage. It's not a lot. Would have to be very quick right now to make this happen. Surprise, no sniper spot. Maybe they are trying to play off disadvantage here a little bit. But it's cutting it real close. 90 on Ray already. They are getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, unusual to see Buko not using the opportunity to jump onto the sniper class, but I guess why not, right? Kuzkek, they have 3 rounds to find in 5 minutes. They're the ones that have to aggress. They're the ones that have to start pushing in, and they are going to do just that. Bombing in and getting this force, getting a trade, in fact. But this is where it gets so messy with these trades out onto second. What's going to happen with the backup threats? What's going to happen with these players on the flank? And it's 3 players falling for the Kuzkek side, and now 6v3 late spawns coming in on both of those soldiers. It's going to be very hard to hang on to this one. Buko's bombing in already over onto Philip, who is just about at a sliver of HP, but he's going to go down eventually. Cap time coming through too. This is the end, surely.
Yeah, there you go. The last few kills come out. Oh, Umga cleans up. We'll take it. 5 points for them tonight. Huge win to take here in the race towards the top in Division 1. Like you said, the difference between second and third makes a lot of difference here in the end, and that should help them cover some of that distance very nicely towards the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, what a fantastic second map that was from the aware side. I thought early on maybe Kuzkek had the better of the play, but later on those clutch moments, yeah, just I don't know. There's something about like this team where just everyone, the medic dies, and then everyone just turns into the best players.
Yeah, I mean, some people just got it like that.
It's so odd to watch.
Sometimes you are just that kind of guy, you know. Matt dies. Well, time to unleash, quite literally, I guess, in this case, and put it all out there, get the damage going, play quick when they're given the chance. I was honestly, after the first 5 minutes, I was expecting a 15-minute sniper game for Buko, but not quite, actually. Maybe for the better of things here in the end as well. Huge win to take for them as well. And with that, and I'm keeping track of the statistic chat, of the 3 Double Knight teams we have across all divisions, they have lost 2 maps so far after week 3.
After week 3.
And one of those, for one of the teams, wasn't even played with Double Knight. So I don't know, man.
I'm gonna count that as 1 map loss then. If they didn't have the demo night when they lost, like
it's a situation out here.
That doesn't count as a demo night loss.
But don't worry, all of chat had expert opinions on how to win against this, so I'm sure everyone's prepared for next time.
Oh, don't worry, it's been happening now as well.
that has been happening.
Yeah, and as we said in the game, it's been this game. Not to belittle the involvement of everyone else. We mentioned it in terms of the high impact moments. It was a real battle of the 2 demos, and on the logs, it's definitely looking that way.
It's actually really funny too, because like you look at the scoreboard midway through the game, and even at the end as well. I think it was Odin at the bottom and Philip at the top, and it just did not matter.
Yeah, well, yeah, they both had some pretty crazy plays, but yeah, of course, lots of others did too. This game, it was a real back and forth, particularly that first map, the 5-4 golden cap with the late clutch up coming in from aware. But yeah, what a series it is, and like as we say, super important for later on in this season. Both these teams were unbeaten coming into this week, but now Kuzkek, they've been beaten.
Yeah, that is a huge one here. I expect them to be a pretty good team in this division here as well, and certainly it was a fairly close game for a long stretch of this. At the end, of course, Aware ran away with it a bit by the end, but still. Close effort here as well, with the likely chance that these 2 teams very much might still make playoffs. That could be a very interesting matchup to be seen in the future. So we gotta keep our eyes peeled for that one as well. And with full pick bans in playoffs, I feel like there might be some cough games happening for better or for worse for everyone involved. Who knows? That might still yet be outstanding, and at that point, Buko has 0 excuse not to play Sniper, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah.
That's still left to happen here in the end. Let us just quickly flash 40. Who have these guys up next? Aware has the half Swedish team. The one with B1 and friends. That's their position up next as well. And on Kuzkek's end. Yes. And on Kuzkek's end, they have, I think they have the bye week this upcoming week, so they won't play for the upcoming round of matches, and then will be thrown right again into the only other undefeated team in the division. So things aren't really getting any easy out here. For the side of Kuzkek, this might be a tough few weeks for them as well. I mean, if they get points on that one, that's already very great to see, of course, that they can bounce back like that as well and get points that, frankly, I'm not expecting many other teams in Division 1 to get this season. We'll see how that goes here. They're all vying for those top playoff spots, of course, as well. And I'm more than happy to see what happens next.
Yeah, well, I hope you've all enjoyed Demo Night Tuesday. Hope you've had a good Tuesday, because I certainly have.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, make sure to go and follow the Drum Tum streams to see more Demo Night action.
And maybe tomorrow as well, we have the Sweden Summit, Duplo against AAA. That is a game with 9 sweets on the server, and we'll see how many sweets it takes to change a light bulb.
Absolutely. So yep, see you all there. And yeah, do follow Print Stream, of course, before you go anywhere. We might be doing some more things like this in the future, some like odd one-off stuff. So good to have you all here. Drop us a follow, and you'll catch these streams like this in the future. So see you all later.